Motivational Mondays, take 2. So what happens when life moves a million miles an hour and you're trying to stay in your lane? So let's talk about that today as we just kick off another episode of Motivational Mondays. I'm Coach Katie with R3 Revitalize. R3 Revitalize is a mental health support business that we have a small team of coaches that are here to support others that are working on emotional regulation, emotional intelligence, and resilience, and then communication, just our everyday life skills that we may not have learned in school. Because life skills are on-the-job training, right? That's what we do. So our vision is to plant 1 billion seeds of faith, hope, and well-being, and help people feel more comfortable and confident sharing their Jesus story in an everyday world. So that's what we're about. And today our topic is motivation when we're going a million miles an hour. Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever got to the end of your week and you're like, what happened this week? What? You get on your checklist and you're like, hey, my checklist didn't do what it was supposed to do. Because life gets in the way, right? We get barriers, we get challenges, we get things that don't go the way we want them to. And that's normal. It's a normal part of life. So how do we regroup? How do we go, oh my gosh, I got to do a motivationalized video and I have a commitment at 6 o'clock. How do we slow down enough so that we are present in our moment, so we don't get to the end of our life going, was that it? So I'll share a little personal experience of, was that it? In my late 20s, I remember, so I'm 50 now, so this is a while back. I remember in my late 20s, I was going to be turning 30, and I was 29, and I was going through that whole I didn't save the earth. I didn't save the planet like I thought I was going to save when I was in college and doing all this younger, early 20s stuff, late teens, early 20s, young adult stuff. And I started realizing that, is this it? I was single at the time. I was sad and lonely. I didn't have Jesus like I have today. I actually thought God was a joke. I mean, I grew up in the Christian faith and religion, but I did think that God was kind of a joke, and I thought that God was just put humans on the planet so that we could have marching orders and be miserable and then die. Now, there's a whole bunch of seasons and change of events that Jesus came and grabbed me, put his arms around me, and gave me this best friend status. So that's a whole different world than what I was back in there. But I do remember very specifically going, is this it? Now, I've had those is this it's in my journey, in my career. What is your is this it? Life goes a million miles an hour. Are you pausing and are you slowing down to be present in the moment? No matter what all of the tasks, all the secular tasks that have to happen, are you just pausing to be in the moment? So that's my curiosity today. What do you do when life goes a million miles an hour? How do you regroup yourself? How do you become intentional about keeping your mind right? So as I was going through Is This Life It? When I was turning 30, I made a lot of life choices that changed kind of the trajectory. I let go of some crappy habits. I got into some different habits that ended up being crappy and just evolved with the process. But as you are just grounding yourself today, how are you caring for yourself in the moments that are going a million miles an hour? What are you doing for your self-care, for how you're showing up for yourself and your family? And And how are you managing all that? Well, we have support for you if you are looking for support. And we also are building a YouTube channel. So if you're just looking to stream some good, healthy, positive content, come on over to our YouTube channel at R3 Revitalize. Like and subscribe. These little things will be out there in a list. There's a little playlist called the Motivational Mondays. It might give you a little golden nugget from time to time. Hey, we're a little different, but we're human, and we're all the same, really. We all want to be loved. We want to be respected. We want to have a part of something that's bigger than ourselves. So I'm just going to welcome you over. If you have any questions, please let me know. Hey, guess what? We've got a Facebook group. So if you're maybe a little curious about Jesus, or you have Jesus already in your life, we want to invite you in to be a mentor in our group. It's called From Hurt to Relationship, How Jesus Changes Everything. You can find our group called just Facebook group, How Jesus Changes Everything. So come on over. I'll put a couple of those links down below when I get this posted. Have a great rest of your week. Ground yourself in you. Identify if you're going too fast. Nobody can pour out of an empty cup. I work with clients all the time that are trying to pour out of an empty cup, and they just set themselves up to fail. So set yourself up for success. What can you do to self-care this week? We'll see you next week. Happy Motivational Mondays. Bye.